and this is episode 3. I don't know if you noticed that on episode 2, I had to update it. Remember how I told you to use the writing process? Well, guess what? Mrs. Kimura forgot to do an important step when she wrote, "Don't let the pigeon go outside." She forgot number 4. So, Mrs. Kimura spelled something wrong. And guess what? Mrs. Kimura is human and she makes mistakes. And you know what? This is a teachable moment that, guess what? We are not perfect, but we can learn from our mistakes and remember to do the writing process when we're writing a book. So I know I told you to go and write a book, and I hope you started writing on a book. But what I forgot to tell you is that a lot of people have a hard time with the pictures. Some of you are just going to be like, yeah, I can draw, and this is great. But there's a lot of you that are going to be scared about drawing because you don't feel like you're a good drawer. Now, I wanted to tell you that several authors illustrate their pictures differently. There's some authors that use a camera and then they use that as a background and they also write their story towards that. You can do it that way. Or other authors like Eric Carle, they use a collage method which he paints on paper, and then what he does is let it dry. He'll cut out the shapes to make his pictures. Now, you can do all different ways, but a great way to start off making a book is going to be using Book Creator. Okay, so we're going to go on to bookcreator.com. And this is a really good tool to use for students who or kids that feel like they can't draw or they're not quite sure even to where to start. So I kind of like this because it feels like a non-threatening way to start writing books. So let's get started. Click on Get Started for free. And then they're going to ask you to log in with your email, and then you can log in through that way. So when you log in, this is what's going to look like. It's going to take you to kind of like a blank book. Now, I already created 2 books, so it's not going to look like this, but it will kind of look like this screen when it first starts. Now, this is my title page or my cover, and I decided to write an informational book on nenes. So here we go. Here's my next page. So I can say that nene or Hawaiian goose is Hawaii's state bird. Nene is pronounced nene. It is endangered, which means there is not many left in the world. Now on this page, what I did was I imported a picture of the Hawaiian Islands. And then what I did was I used a pen to circle what islands the wild nene can be found. And then I put a text and I put wild nene can be found on 3 of the Hawaiian Islands, Hawaii, Maui, and Kauai. The next slide is I just kind of talked about that they're herbivores. And then what I did was, if you went back to the plus, you can record. So I tried a recording of what the nene. So the nene bird is a beautiful bird. They have black faces, skin, and feet. Their cheeks are light brownish yellow, and their feather pattern is gray, brown, and white. They have soft feathers under their chin. So this is my last page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you how to just create a page. So click on that plus button, and then you're going to go to import. Okay, and they're using Google to find pictures, so I'm just going to type in goose. And after typing in nene goose, then it's going to pop out with all these pictures of the nene. Now remember to make sure that all the pictures are nenes before selecting it, because you can tell that some of them are not. But what this page is, I'm going to just give you a fun fact about Hawaii. I want to select it. and it turns blue, and then hit the select button. Okay, so this pops up. Now there's gonna be blue circles over here. You can shrink it by just pulling it in, pulling it out. And also, if you want to change the direction, like you want to tilt it a little bit, you want it to tilt it to this, that's the green, what the green circle will do. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna unselect it. Then I'm gonna go back to the plus, and I'm gonna go to text. I'm gonna put in this. All right, so I noticed that it's kind of small, so I'm gonna go to the I button up here, right next to the plus. And this is where you can make it bigger. So I kind of like that size. And you can bold it, underline it, change your color. And this is where you can play around with all the different options. So this is what my final page would look like. And it just says Hawaii has 2 National Park Specialty State license plate. One with the lava flow and the other with the Nenekis, which is the one that I'm showing you right now. These license plate raise funds for Halakala and Hawaii volcanoes. And I'll tell you the cost and the renewal fees too. But the next slide that I'm going to show you is going to be using Book Creator, but then we're going to go into the comic book format. So come along. Okay, so this is the comic book format, and it's really simple, just like the other informational book format way. The day the turtles took over, it started like any normal day. I changed my clothes, I brushed my teeth. I was about to turn off the lights, and then, poof, a turtle appeared. That's interesting, but I kept on going. Then another one appeared as I was going downstairs. Was that the same turtle? Nah, might have just left it there. I went downstairs, and what do I see? I quickly turned around, and they were gone. Okay, I definitely did not get enough sleep. But then I opened my refrigerator and... What is that? A turtle was smiling at me. I closed the doors as fast as I could and decided to make my tea. I opened the microwave and there was another one. Ah! I know I'm going crazy. How many turtles was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Never mind breakfast. Maybe I'll work on my videos. I open my laptop lid and pop! Another one appears. I think I need to sit down, and if I close my eyes, this will all be a bad dream. To be continued. So basically what I used for my pictures were I took pictures with my camera, and then I uploaded it just using the plus sign again, and then I just had it inside there. So it was kind of fun to do, just really simple, taking pictures. And then I used the alarm clock and the clothes and the toothbrush. That was just pictures that they had too. So, I mean, you can decide how you want to do your pictures. Okay, well, that's it for episode 3. I hope you had a good time watching, and please check out bookcreator.com. I think you're going to have a great time. I think your kids are going to have a great time too. Of course, with the younger ones, you may have to help them and model it through several times. And then I think once they get the hang of it, they can definitely go and do it themselves. Or have your older kids help with the younger ones. But I want to give a shout out to parents. Parents, hey, you guys are doing an awesome job. Keep it up. I know right now you may feel frustrated and just lost. And you know what? Guess what? All of us are. Even with me doing with Ryder, it is such a different thing to go through to homeschool your kid and still want to do work. So hey, keep it up. And when you do your own scheduling, do it for what you know your child can do. okay? And that's just modifying the schedule because you know your child the best. So as teachers, we modify the schedule too to make it work for your kids too. So keep it up. You guys are awesome. You guys are doing good, and hang in there. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.